The early 16th century saw the Indian subcontinent fragmented into a mosaic of kingdoms, each vying for power and dominance. The once mighty Delhi Sultanate, which had ruled vast swathes of land for centuries, was now a shadow of its former self. This power vacuum created a breeding ground for ambitious rulers both within and beyond India's borders. Among these kingdoms, the Rajput confederacy under Rana Sanga of Mewar emerged as a formidable force in the north. Their valor and military prowess were renowned, yet internal divisions often hampered their unity. To the south, the Vijayanagara Empire stood as a bastion of Hindu power, its wealth and splendor legendary. The situation presented a ripe opportunity for a foreign power to exploit the fractured landscape and carve out its own empire. Little did the rulers of India know that a young king from the steppes of Central Asia had set his sights on their land, his ambition fueled by dreams of conquest and glory. Zahir-ud-Din Muhammad Babur, a name that would come to be synonymous with Mughal rule in India, was born in 1483. He was a descendant of Timur, also known as Tamerlane, on his father's side, and Genghis Khan on his mother's side, inheriting a legacy of both conquest and culture. Babur's early life was a turbulent mix of triumphs and setbacks. He ascended to the throne of Fergana, his ancestral homeland in Central Asia, at the tender age of 12. However, he faced constant challenges from rival claimants and hostile neighbors. Despite his courage and military acumen, he suffered several reversals and even lost control of his capital, Samarkand, multiple times. These early trials instilled in him resilience, adaptability, and a keen strategic mind. They also fueled his ambition to establish a lasting empire, one that would surpass the achievements of his illustrious ancestors. With his eyes set on the fragmented riches of India, Babur embarked on a destiny that would forever alter the course of Indian history. Babur's decision to invade India was not a spontaneous one. He had been receiving invitations and promises of support from disaffected nobles within the Delhi Sultanate, who saw him as a liberator from the increasingly weak and unpopular Lodi dynasty. The year 1524 marked the beginning of Babur's final campaign towards India. He meticulously prepared for the arduous journey, assembling a well-equipped army that included cavalry, infantry, and most crucially, gunpowder artillery, still a relatively new technology in India. His army, though smaller than the forces he would face in India, was battle-hardened and fiercely loyal. Moreover, Babur possessed a tactical brilliance that would prove decisive in the battles to come. He adopted the innovative tactics of the Ottomans, using cannons and muskets in combination with mobile cavalry units. The journey across the treacherous Hindu Kush mountains was fraught with challenges, but Babur's determination never wavered. He crossed the Indus River in 1525, entering a land ripe for conquest and ready to witness the dawn of a new era. The First Battle of Panipat, fought on April 21, 1526, was a watershed moment in Indian history. It pitted Babur's relatively small but disciplined army against the much larger forces of Ibrahim Lodi, the Sultan of Delhi. Lodi, overconfident and complacent, had underestimated the military genius of his opponent. Babur's brilliant use of gunpowder technology and innovative battlefield tactics proved decisive. He deployed his cannons strategically, inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy ranks and creating chaos and confusion. He employed the Tulgama tactic, a brilliant flanking maneuver that encircled the Lodi army and cut off their escape routes. The Lodi army, despite its numerical superiority, crumbled under the onslaught. Ibrahim Lodi was killed on the battlefield, marking the end of the Lodi dynasty and paving the way for the establishment of the Mughal Empire. The victory at Panipat was not just a military triumph, it was a testament to Babur's leadership, his strategic acumen, and his mastery of new technologies. It signaled the beginning of a new chapter in Indian history, one that would be dominated by the Mughal dynasty for centuries to come.